Kelvin?
Yeah, I was just wondering if you could talk a little bit about Duane Allman.
Well, me and Duane,
Right here.
I brought him with me today. Me and Duane got to be good friends.
Were you around the first day he showed up? Or?
Yeah, I was there when he got there. And we just, because
How did he end up coming here in the first place?
he just came, man. He just decided he wanted to come to Muscle Shoals and be the guitar player. He was determined he was going to be the studio guitar player. And he came, and we got him a meeting with Rick, and Rick said, well, I don't need a guitar player. I've got a couple of guitar players, you know. And he said, well, I really want to play guitar, you know. And so he camped out.
Like literally?
Literally camped out by the studio.
He stayed over at my house a couple times.
Did he? Okay, stayed over at Ron's house some. And eventually, Rick heard him in there playing. When there's nothing going on in the studio, he'd come in and just turn it up and play. Just play, man. I mean, just smoke. And Rick heard him, and we kept telling Rick, man, this guy is something else. You got to try him out. And he played, you know, played on some good stuff. But the main thing I want to tell you about is the picket sessions.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Wilson picket sessions. Okay. They come up with the idea of Hey Jude.
Who did?
I don't know. David, do you know?
No.
I don't know who brought that song up. It might have been Duane.
Duane brought it up.
Okay. And Pickett said, I can't do no Beatles song. You know, and he said, there's just no way I can do that. And Duane said, yes, you can, man. Yes, you can. Everybody was gone to lunch. And I'm standing there with Duane and Pickett. And Duane said, let me show you how we can do it. And he starts playing and sliding all that high stuff he did on the end of the record. And Pickett said, Skyman, Skyman. And that's where he got his name. And his band called him Dog. So they changed it to Skydog. But it officially was Skyman from that moment on from Pickett. And we cut it, and it was a monster. And Duane tore it up on the end, of course.
Talk about
You know.
the fumes.
Fume, 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 fume. That's what they'd call it. That's what everybody would call it when he'd do that, man. But Duane was a sweet guy. We got along just great, man. And I got a couple of things, Christmas presents from him at the house. And as a matter of fact, I've got one of his guitars, and I've had it since '68. It's in the Country Music Hall of Fame right now, and it's going to be for 3 years. And they are doing a huge display of Muscle Shoals up there at the Hall of Fame in Nashville, and they're picking up instruments, memorabilia from everybody, and they're going to make a really, really big deal out of it. And it's going to be great. It'll open in November.
Yeah.
We're doing a show up there, the band.
Yeah? Cool.
It's on Sunday I'll pick up Bob Killen's Farfisa organ that was used on When a Man Loves a Woman for it.
That's the kind of stuff they're looking for. And we've gotten a lot of it. They took a few pieces of mine up there along with that guitar, took some of my percussion stuff and some of my writing stuff and my gold microphone I used, my 55S. I used all those years with the New Breed. It's going to be in the museum. And the stand I always used on it, the silver bottom stand. But it's going to be terrific.
5 million people will see it.